Get your back up off the wall. Dance. Come on. And we're rolling, Tommy. So today we're going to talk about why it's important to get down on the floor and stay on the floor. Because I made a video recently where I talked about making this a habit. Getting down to the floor, getting back up again, but also spending around a minimum of 20 minutes a day on the floor in a seated position. And I got a really good question from somebody who wanted to know why it's important to even stay down on the floor, because obviously when you get up, your legs and everything are gonna get stronger from having to get yourself up. But getting down and then staying down, what's really the point? Why would we need to be here? We will answer that question in this video. And we're also going to explain some simple tactics to make it more comfortable to stay on the floor longer. Because if you haven't been down on the floor very often in the last couple decades, it might be really uncomfortable to do it without any help. So we're going to go through some simple things you can do when you're just starting this journey that'll make it a lot more comfortable and feel more doable. So if you're ready, let's get ready to think right, move right, and sit on the floor right. I think it makes the most sense for me to just sit here instead of going off screen. What do you think? Have you already started your sitting on the floor journey? If so, how's it been going? Drop a comment down below. Okay, so let's talk about 3 reasons why it's good for you to get down on the floor and stay down on the floor. The first one is that your hips, your knees, your feet and ankles all get used to different configurations. And it doesn't stop there. Your spine, your shoulders, even your head and neck get used to keeping yourself balanced in some configurations that you don't normally adopt in daily life. Because normally you're just sitting either slumped in a computer chair or slumped on a couch or slumped in your car seat, all of which are in this kind of position. This opens you up, it gets different muscles working, and that's gonna give you more options over time. It's just like dating, you wanna have options, baby. How did it go with that tuna nigiri last night? A sushi doesn't kiss and tell. Number 2 is that you actually expand your hip and leg range of motion as you get used to your different configurations. Let's say you start sitting on the floor and you're stuck like this because things are really tight. Over time, and with the help of some extra stretches and exercises, you will notice that things start to open up because it's really inefficient for your body to stay in this really stiff, tight position. Muscles are going to eventually learn, hey, if we allow more of a range of motion, we might be able to relax here and feel more comfortable here over the long run. Imagine you go to sit down on the floor and you're in this stiff position, your back is rounded, you can't really open up your hips and you just struggle to sit up straight. You will get more used to this different configuration, but also as you get more flexible in your hips and legs and you're able to sit forward and more upright, you're gonna be finding more range of motion and you're gonna find different muscles now able to help you maintain this sitting position. Wait, isn't that number 3? You're right, because number 3 is that you improve control of your entire body when you're sitting on the floor and learning how to engage different muscles in expanded ranges of motion. As you get your hips to open and your legs start figuring out how to get to different positions, you're gonna need to learn to control those positions so that they feel comfortable. And that's gonna take time, and it's gonna mean that as you master these different positions, that your control of your hips, spine, shoulders, knees, legs, feet, and ankles, your control is just gonna get better all around. Can we put a patent on this so we can make lots of money? What would you call your patented sitting on the floor system? The Tommy Tamago Path to Eternal Youth. Ding! And probably the biggest benefit you'll get from being able to stay down on the floor is that your relationship with your kids or grandkids or your nephews and nieces will drastically improve because you'll be able to spend time on the ground with those little munchkins and they will love you for it. But the benefits to your relationships don't just stop with little humans. With big humans too, you'll see benefits because your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend is gonna really appreciate the fact that you are now able to get low down to the floor and clean the floor, so it's cleaner for you to be down on the floor, which means you're gonna spend more time down on the floor. In any case, everything's gonna be nicer, you're gonna be happier, everyone's gonna be happier, so you should totally learn to spend more time on the floor. Now let's talk about some ways to make it more comfortable to sit on the floor when you're first getting started. Number one and most obvious is to use something like a padded surface. If you've got a nice soft carpet at home, that'll help. If you don't, having an exercise mat, a yoga mat, or some type of cushion, sorry, Tommy, is going to help your butt feel a whole lot more comfortable. I've seen a lot of people go to sit down on the floor and they cannot open their hips up enough to actually feel like they're balanced and in control. The way to help with that and get more used to the position is to get a little more elevated, and that will often be enough to help open up the hips, get the legs to go bing here or at least closer to it and feel a little more relaxed with that position. So having extra elevation helps. If you don't want to do that or you don't need that, you can also use a bolster to just help you stay balanced. You might want to have 1 or 2 or 17 different things to help you maintain a position for a long enough period of time that your body can start to relax a bit more into this new configuration. Also, having bolsters and sturdy assists will help you go into different leg and hip orientations so that you can explore what is possible and what is just downright miserable. Oh yeah. Okay, so the other thing you want to be doing is playing around with different leg and hip positions like I just mentioned. So make sure you are exploring. Try one leg behind you to the side like this. Try it with the other leg. You're going to notice differences from side to side. You want to try having maybe your feet together in front of you. Have them a little more in front, a little closer, whatever works. You can keep one in, stick one out, switch it up. You can even try sitting in Seiza like this. This is also called Hero's Pose, where you're just kind of sitting on your heels. Make sure you use padding if you need it, and check out my video on sitting Seiza, which I will link at the end of this video and probably in the comments or description box. You can do it if you do it slowly and safely and gradually progress towards it. Don't just jam into the position or you will hurt something. Think of all kinds of different leg options. Try things out, be experimental, and see what your body can do. And anytime you find something that feels a little bit out of your comfort zone, back it off a little and make it just a bit of a challenge so that you're gradually expanding your range of motion, your comfort levels, and your overall control with your body, and you will see big gains over time. In my previous video, I mentioned you should spend about 20 minutes a day on the floor, and I think that's still a good recommendation. It's not that much time. It's totally doable. Break it up across the day. It's super simple. Check your phone while you're on the floor if you really must, but I really encourage you to just throw your phone out of reach so you can really tune into your body. But if you are so ADHD that you gotta have the phone, then fine, you can keep it there. Just make sure you're watching my channel. And let me know how all your experiments with being on the floor go by dropping me a comment down below. And if you want more help improving your hips and your legs and your overall body, be sure to check out the Healthy Hips program at uprighthealth.com/HH. It's a program that's designed to help you get more flexible, mobile hips and build some strength in your lower body so that you can live confidently in your daily life. uprighthealth.com/HH and other programs you can find on my website at uprighthealth.com/DIY. I encourage you to check them out. All my programs are money back guaranteed, so there's no financial risk. You just put in some time and effort and you will see the results of consistent effort. And if you don't, you get your money back. You can also support this channel by sending a donation at paypal.me/uprighthealth. Link will be down below. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't. Oh, whoops, I gotta, yeah, sitting back down.